we are at FFB24, and this day, I just can't. The authors panel last night, just a dream come true. This has been absolutely amazing. So there's authors everywhere. We're set up with our own booth. And what we're doing is at the top of every hour, we're interviewing a different author. So right now we have Wright from The Puck Secret, and she's ready to go. So I'm going to walk around and show you. You'll see our booth, and you'll see Wright. We're going to talk to her for about 15-20 minutes. Then we're going to walk around the venue, and then so that is so much, you guys. It's so awesome. But it's like, oh my gosh. Let's see. We've got 11 a.m. Wright. We've got 12 p.m. Stephanie Hudson. We've got 1 p.m. Gemma Weir. We've got 2 p.m. Hannah Haze. And 3 p.m. is Jodi. Yes. So it's very, very exciting, you guys. So, okay. So I'm going to head over to Wright. Let me make sure, are we live on Instagram? All right. So if you could set that up for me over the table. And luckily I have all these helpers. Sandy in the group, she's doing the filming.
Hello.
Say hi, Sandy.
Hello.
Her husband Dale has been like, where do you need me? And he's been just running around doing stuff. I should say that we're in Manchester Cathedral in Manchester, UK.
Beautiful venue.
It's exciting, yeah. And it's just a great book event. I've got Donna Grant sitting next to me. It's so, all right, so let's do it. Try not to show our mess back here.
All right, I'm lifting up so they don't need to see the mess.
All right.
Here we go.
All right, hi. Let me come give you a hug. It's nice to meet you. I'm so excited. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Oh, gosh, I'm just so excited. It's absolutely here. I'll tell you all about it. So, in the States, we have plugs, electrical plugs, in the restroom. Yeah. Okay. So that's not a thing here. You don't, because of the safety issues with water, right? Yeah. So what happened was I had the plug in the hallway to do my hair. Yeah. And this was 2 days ago. And so I moved my curling iron into the bedroom and set it on the ground. But when it hit the carpet, the burny part was on the carpet, and my brain just immediately just grabbed it. And because we would never have like a hot curling iron in our bedroom. We would have it like on a bathroom counter. So I just burned the heck out of it. But the good news is it's just it's a hot burn. Yeah. And it's folded. Yeah. So hopefully I'm not going to
See, I deceive it though, because I've done it with straighteners before, where I was like, I had extensions and I was like curling extensions and I had them between my legs, and I went to pull the hair out, opened my legs, closed them automatically, trying to grab the straighteners, and I collapsed it on the outside, and I've got 2 identical scars on it.
Oh my gosh.
Not fun. And that was when I was like 19, so it's literally over a decade, but they're still there. And I was like,
gosh, that is
not fun. So
that is
fingers crossed you don't end up with a scar.
That would good, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do is sorry we have a little bit of a late start.
Don't worry about it.
It's just crazy. So Wright wrote The Puck Secret, and I specifically asked her to join us today because I am a ginormous fan of The Puck Secret, like ginormous. So we're actually streaming in all 3 of my Facebook groups on my Facebook page. No,
just everywhere.
Yeah, just
to everyone.
YouTube. We're in Stephanie's group. We're on FFB24. We're everywhere.
Go hard or go home, isn't it? So.
All right. So I want to talk to you a little bit about The Puck Secret. Yeah. And then I've got questions from your fans. So I thought we'd hit some of the questions.
Let's do it.
And we haven't screened the questions.
Okay. That's fine. I'm open for all the questions.
Okay. So if there's anything that maybe we shouldn't ask, just next, and we'll just keep going.
I'll probably just spill all the secrets more than skip the questions.
All right. So I absolutely love. So okay, I should say I don't like spoilers. I guess there's going to probably be spoilers.
Spoilerless.
There's going to be spoilers. There's just no way. So before I get into the spoiler, let's talk about the fact The Puck Secret is a hockey romance.
Yes.
Yep.
Enemies to lovers.
Enemies to lovers. Tell us a little bit about it.
Brothers rival and teammates. They play on the same team. The FMC's family hates the MMC's family. Her dad had an affair with his mom. Lots of hatred and tension there. And it's true enemies to lovers is when, they're trading bars, they're like talking shit to each other. Really horrible. But then she breaks her phone and then gets a new phone, goes to text her best friend, and texts the wrong number, and that just so happens to be the number of the captain of the hockey team that she hates. So start
good.
like a little anonymous.
It's so good.
relationship.
Yeah,
It's fun.
it's so no.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
had a lot of fun with it. Like I was like
Yeah.
laughing to myself as I was writing. Like this is so fun.
Yeah, it's so I got immediately hooked in. So the first, okay, so we're breaking it down.
Okay,
We're
let's
breaking
go.
it down. Okay, so the first chapter for me, there was just a little bit of the YA feel. It's not YA
Yes.
because it's new adults,
Yes.
right?
New adults.
So a little bit, and you've got your girl that she's like at her party of her parents'
Yeah, like
house.
she's like the rich girl, and she's very much like dad puts her on a pedestal, makes all the decisions for her. She's not really got any freedom.
Yeah, and
to
she
do
just
what
does what she's
wants.
told.
She's being forced into this engagement that she doesn't want, and the guy is the worst. Sad Brad is the worst. And he's like sleeping with someone at the party behind her back, and then like following her out and shouting at her, being like, don't walk away from me. Just all attitude. He's not a good dude, is there? We don't like him. And yeah, she's very much like the pampered princess, which is what the MMC calls her. He refers to her as a princess, but it starts in a very snarky way. He doesn't mean it in an affectionate way until he does. But yeah, I'm obsessed with him. I love him.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, he's fantastic. So for me, I think I got hooked. Probably like I'm always big about the hook.
Yeah.
So whenever I talk to
very
people,
early on, like there's always something that gets you where I'm gonna love this.
yeah. So for me, whenever I talk to people and they're recommending books to me, or when I'm recommending books,
Yeah.
I'll say I personally got hooked in chapter 5, or I personally. Hi, we're doing.
We're
This is
live.
Dawn Davis. She's
Hi, hello.
We're interviewing live streams, so we're doing interviews at the top of every hour
Oh,
with
wow.
authors for like 15-20 minutes.
So I'm just waiting for the next info.
All right. Yeah. Right then. So, the hook. So essentially, what I'll say is I'll recommend, this book is great. I personally got hooked
Yeah.
in chapter
And I was like,
5
there's this bit in chapter 3 that's like,
because then they know, sometimes it's tough with books, especially with
Yeah.
women books, to know when you're going to have that moment where
Yeah.
you're just going to be page turning.
I feel like there has to be enough in it to get that grip, don't you? Where they're
Yes.
like, ooh, where's
Yes.
this going?
Yes.
Something.
Yes.
So then tell me what your hook was.
So actually I was hooked in the first chapter when I was reading, I was like, oh, is this kind of young adult? I'm not sure, I've never read it before. I'm like, I'm not like young adult, but I have to be in the mood for it. And when she was at the party, and her boyfriend that she was forced to be with, that her parents set her up with because he's the local dude, right?
Yeah.
He's a complete jerk. We
Yeah,
found later
the
he's
worst.
absolute
The worst kind of guy.
He's a complete jerk.
Yeah.
So when she's at the party and he goes off, and she's like, I'm just gonna go see what he's up to, and he's shagging a girl in the bushes.
Yeah.
That was the moment for me. I was like, drama.
Yeah.
I want to know what happens next.
Got the
Is
shit
it
going.
for him? Is it for her? I'm like, okay, I'm into this. Let me see. But then I absolutely got hooked when we met the MMC, the captain of the hockey team, because of it's sort of you got mail concept. I don't know if anyone's ever said that to you. Yeah, it's this concept where you've got this couple that in real life they hate each other because they do, right? Tom Hanks.
Yeah. You know what? I've not thought about You Got Mail in so long, but you're so right.
Yeah, so they hate each other in real life because they're enemies.
Yeah.
But then because of the texting, now for them it was the dialogue,
Yes.
right? But for you, it's more modern. It's the texting. And
it's how real they are in the text as well, because they're strangers that don't know each other.
Right.
They're sort of revealing secrets to each other and being really open and honest. And it's you're not usually like that when you meet someone, because they've got that anonymity. They're just going for it, aren't they? So I think that's what helps.
Right.
It go, because it's I'll just pour out my heart to a stranger and we'll see how we go.
Yeah. So it was great. I loved it. And then the steam it's good, man. It's good. Actually, at one point I wondered if it was going to be a reverse herring or a why choose. At one point I did.
I know what you're going to talk about. We're going to get to Truth or Dare. I get so many messages about Truth or Dare where people are like, oh my god, I can't believe you put that scene in. For me, this is the lightest book that I have. So to me, that was just I'm just going to throw this fun scene in it and no one will care. So many people are like, oh my god, I can't believe you put Truth or Dare. This is hot, it's amazing, it's spicy, it's supposed to be MF, but you're throwing this in there, So but for me, I was just oh well, I've got a YQ series that's got a group scene in the prologue of book 1. So for me, I was just yeah, let's throw it in, no big deal.
I have a habit of, can they hear us okay on here? I just want to make sure the mics, is everything okay?
Deal. Is everything okay sound-wise? We're good.
We're good with mics. Okay, cool, awesome. I just saw that your hair was over it, so I got a little bit worried. Let me move it up. Just don't mind me in my hand, and just a little bit higher. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So so I have a habit of not reading the blurb.
Yeah.
You
know what? I do that though. I'm a trope girler. I'll see a couple of tropes and I think, okay, let's go. And then I'll know in, like, say, the first couple of chapters whether it's going to get me or not get me.
Yeah.
Because I hate writing blurbs as well. I can write a whole book. Writing a blurb is the bane of my entire life. I absolutely despise it. It's always the last thing I do. I'm a cover writer, so I was like, I get the blurb, and I'm like, no, they're just the worst.
Yeah. No, I hear that a lot.
But yeah, I don't read them.
So
if I could just all collectively come to an agreement that we just get rid of them and just list the tropes on the back instead, that would be
I've been thinking
sold.
about that. It'd be like, tell me, okay, genre.
Yeah.
Is it contemporary romance?
Yeah.
Is it romantic?
It'd be like genre, relationship dynamic, and the tropes. That's what
That's all you need to know.
That's all
is it MF? Is it white shoes? There we go. So I didn't read anything about it, so I had no idea if it was a white shoes. So when I hit that scene, I was like,
especially considering as well, his teammates are very like in it. Like I introduced them all equally, so you're always sort of like, oh, okay, maybe this is going in a certain way.
Yeah.
But no, it's just for fun.
And then when I realized that it wasn't a white shoes, I didn't know how I felt about it.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I didn't know because I was like, he basically shared her.
Yeah.
But it's not a white shoes.
Yeah, people were like, oh, how can he be so possessive if he was going to share her? But then it's the scene that comes directly after that, and I think so many people focus on the truth or dare game that they don't talk enough about the scene afterwards where he literally grabs and he's like, no, you're welcome to my bed, I'm not having that ever again, you belong to me now, that's it. You know?
Right, yeah.
His big caveman like thrown over his shoulder, like, that's the scene that's like, just as important as the truth or dare. Like, the truth or dare was fun, nice, but the scene after it is where it's like, that's just his limits. He's very much over his playboy lifestyle now. He's like, absolutely not. She's my girl. I'm taking her.
Yeah. No, I thought you did a really good job with that because it sort of explained it and it sort of justified it. And I also I know I read some reviews where people were like what you just said. Yeah. Like, how can he be possessive and then also share? Like, how can you forgive him for that? But I thought you did a really good job with having him beat up his friend. Yeah. Although some people were like, why would you? That seems so weird. You just
especially as well because it's not really on page. Like, it doesn't hit him on page.
Yeah,
you see him with the black eye, and it's like it's from Maggie's point of view at that point, isn't it? I feel like the reader's going through that at the same time when you're like, oh, went back and punched his friend. What? Yeah. And it's just very. I feel like it's very typical like teammate sort of morale as well. Like,
it is.
Ray knew it was coming. He accepted it. So the one guy was like, yeah, that's fine. I took it. So.
I also thought it was like, we're complex as humans. Like, we have lots of emotions.
I feel
it's
like
not black and white.
Characters are being forced to be perfect, and we're not perfect. Like as humans. Like in my other series, I've got a Why Choose MC series with 3 guys. One of the guys gets so much hate. There's a scene in book 1 that people love as a hate. It's one of my favourite scenes I've ever written. And basically, he puts the FMC on her knees in front of 7 of his prospects. It's an MC club. People hate it. They hate it. They don't forgive him for it. They don't think he's groveled enough. But it's like, people make mistakes. But the facts that he had at the time, that's what he felt he had to do. They got past it, and it's like, I think a lot of people think, oh, this character's got to be perfect, but no human's perfect. And I don't think that characters should be. Yeah, we like to live vicariously through them, but they still have flaws, and they still need to make mistakes and grow and change.
And I think it makes sense too because they had a pattern of sharing people before, and so he went kind of into the norm. Yeah. And then he didn't realize until after. This isn't cool. Like, I'm not comfortable.
And people don't understand that scene is not about sharing. It's more about jealousy. At that moment, he's like, well, he's thinking in his head, Maggie wanted him first. The first night she went looking for Nova, she was looking for him. And he's like, getting pissed off over that. Right. And then he's like, oh, well, you wanted to say that to me and throw it in my face. Now let's tell him about it. Let's, let's all our cards on the table. But then he was like, no, I take it back, she's mine.
It's great. I loved it. I do. I absolutely love it. And I was actually quite surprised because, with the cover being the hockey, I thought there was going to be lots of hockey in it.
Yeah, I don't know enough about hockey to put that on top.
There really is. There's maybe 2 games, 2 paragraphs a game.
I'm someone
it's very light on the sports.
I will admit my limitations. I'm not going to go deep and write something that I don't have full experience about. I'm not out there playing hockey games. I don't know. I know enough that I could pass and say, yeah, these are hockey players. This is what they're doing. I'm not going to try and go beyond my means by any circumstances to do that. So.
No, and then also like the fact that it's set in college.
Yeah. My personal
she doesn't go to
preference-
one class. No, it's okay. No, I know a lot of some readers love academies and some do not. This one right here, yeah. When I was telling her about the book initially before I went into all the details, she's not really a sports romance person.
Yeah.
She's not really an academy person. And
she's like trying to sell me like trust me.
She is going to do it because I've said how much she should do it.
Yeah. You know what? I do that with everything because my first series is a high school series, and I kept having to be like, oh, right, they're in school. Because there's so much going on with the characters, I'm like, I forget where they need to be.
Right.
I've done better with the second book. She's actually, the second book that I'm writing for this series is the best friend. She's in class. We're there. We're at the college. We're taking classes this time.
Yeah, well, but you know, we all like different things.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Particularly with sports, I love reading sports romance. But if they start going too into detail about the game, I'm bored. Straight away, I'm like, I'm not reading for a game. If I wanted to, know about the sport, I would go and watch the sport. I'm reading for the romance. Give me the romance.
Yeah, I think I think in romance, a lot of us are drawn to the alpha males.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to have a fantasy element with the vampires and the shifters, and you're going to do a contemporary romance, sports is really the kind of the way to go, right? The testosterone is.
Yeah, I love. Yeah.
I'm married to a ex-professional football player from Stoke City. So soccer player. So our life is soccer. So I know very much about that side of okay, moving on. Right, so I've got, let's see what we got going on here. So I've got some questions for you. Let me find them. Sorry, give me a second. I think you're at the top. I think you're at the top. Oh, you know what? I've got the wrong file open. Stand by. Stand by. Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's see here. I tell you, it's been a whirlwind. It's so much fun. There's just so many moving parts. Did you get the author's panel last night?
No, I couldn't. My daughter's autistic and she's going through mega separation anxiety at the moment. So I literally had to limit myself to just today. I can't make tonight and I couldn't make last night. We actually had a tea party last night because they put the Eras tour on the Disney Plus. So we had a Taylor Swift party. I actually loved it. It's awesome. It's all good.
I'm just wondering, I got a bit distracted. Sorry. Is there an issue with the live?
We're checking. Hang on a sec.
Facebook, it ended. But
We're still streaming on here.
It says we're streaming, then we're streaming. If there's an issue with one of the platforms, it's somewhere else. So we'll get it from somewhere.
Holly's checking.
All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, so let's do it. All right, so okay. So I'm actually going to say who's asked this question. So this is from our dark FanGrrrl romance group. Ben Lapona Moore wants to know, will we find out who Archer is interested in?
Ooh, I haven't decided. Actually, yes, I'm lying. Yes, you will find out in the book Decoy, which is the next book. It's actually Josh and Hallie's book, because very similar with this book, I put a bonus scene at the end of this book. I'm going to put a bonus scene that's from Archer's point of view at the end of book 2, because his book is book 3. I will say the relationship dynamic for his book is MM and by Awakening, and I will leave it at that. I won't confirm or deny who it might be with, but I think if you've not drawn your conclusions by now, you will definitely draw them in the second book. I've already put the feelers in there for some stuff, so you'll definitely know what's going on in book 2. And then I've already written the scene for the end of the book that's Archer's scene, and yeah, people are going to enjoy that. I enjoyed it, so I hope they do it. But
Of course, you write what you love.
Yeah,
and it will resonate with someone.
I was literally like smiling at my own words on a page all my time, I'm like, oh, it's so good. But like, if I'm not going to hype myself up, then I can't expect other people to enjoy my words. That's all. But yeah, you'll definitely know in the book Decoy, which is coming at the end of May.
Alright.
So yes.
Awesome. Okay, so in the FFB24 attendees group, I'm not sure how to pronounce last name, Tompkinson, have you ever based any of your characters on people you know in real life?
I actually have. Not any like major characters that people are like, ooh. In my first ever series, there's a diner in the series that the FFC goes to, and she's known for a long time. And I named the diner Big P's. And my mum's name is Pam, and all my friends when I was a teenager used to call her Big P. And I was like, what can I name this? Like, so I named her Pamela and named the diner Big P's. So yeah, that's based on my mum.
That's awesome.
But she loved that very much. And I gave her the book and I told her. She doesn't read my book, but I was like, just so you know, your name's in here.
That's sweet. She must love
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She found it really funny as well because she was like, oh my god, no one's called me Big P in years. Like, obviously I'm not a teenager anymore. And it was very much like when I was in college, like uni friends would be like, oh, are we going to Big P's? And I was like, yeah, we're going to Big P's. So yeah, but now it's a diner in the book.
That's fantastic. I think it's really cute to hear stories like that from
Yeah.
different authors and like different pieces that you wouldn't normally know from just reading the book. Right?
Well, no.
There's no way.
I'll more like take elements. So like for example, with the book Secret, obviously the FMC's best friend is autistic,
Right.
and that's for me and my daughter. And just to like get some rep in there. I don't read enough books with autistic characters in, especially female autistic characters.
Yeah.
Which obviously present very different to male autistic characters. And I just thought that's a fun thing to put in and like show off. I had quite a few messages after readers that were like, oh my god, thank you so much for including an autistic character. So I'm very excited to like delve more into it in Hallie's book and like get down to it and have people like relate to it a bit. So.
Awesome. Okay, so then we have from Jean Wright's Rebels. Holly, dear, did you help her? Can you help? Okay, so for Jean Wright Rebels from your group, Trinity McIntosh says, is there a pub date for the next work in progress? A publishing date for the next work in progress?
The next date I have is the 31st, 31st or the 30th? 30th or the 31st of May for the book geek card. I think she's asking that because she knows I'm working on another book at the same time, which I haven't announced a date for. They're very much both at the same thing. I keep dipping in and out of both of them. They'll probably release within a month of each other, whether this book releases first and then the book geek card. The book geek card will definitely release at the end of May though. That's a concrete date. No other concrete dates at the minute. I don't like to give myself dates. I like to get them done and then be like, here it is.
Yeah.
Like that, the book secret wasn't even planned at all. I broke my ankle in December 2022, and I was on bed rest for like 2 months. I didn't have another deadline till like the end of May, so I was like, well, I don't need to start writing that till March. And I was bored. My husband was off work. He was doing everything for our little girl. He was like taking her to school and stuff, and I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? I was on the hockey side of TikTok, and then I started watching a few games, and I was like, oh, imagine if I did like a whole book. And then it was just like, oh, just do a little bit of planning.
It's good timing too because of all the other hockey.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And I read it to you, and I was like, oh, these are really fun. I really like these sports guys. I went for a major like sports romance month, and I was like, I can write one of these. Like, this is fun. And I just started writing the teams and the characters, and then it was a couple of scenes, and then before I know it, every day I was like, this is probably the one book that's like, I was having like 10k days, which is not like me at all. I mean, like, exactly. I need like a 2 to 3k day. That's my nice, little routine.
Words. We're talking about words.
Yeah.
How many words a day?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I was literally with that. I was like a machine. I was like, oh my god, I've written like the Truth or Dare scene that day was the most I've written. I wrote 11k in one day. I was like, and I finished it. I was like, holy hell, how have I wrote this many words?
Yeah.
But it was just
magic.
It was just like pouring out the brain onto the page. So.
That's awesome. And when did you start writing?
Pandemic.
Pandemic.
Yeah. I've always loved reading ever since I was a kid, and then when we went into the pandemic, it was a lockdown, I was home with my husband and my daughter, and I was like, I've got a few ideas, didn't tell anyone, started writing a little bit, and then I met my best friend on, I had Bookstagram at the time, and I was like reading books and stuff, and I come across who's my best friend now, and we were just chatting on like DMs and stuff, and then she mentioned that she was writing a book, and I was like, oh, I started writing a book as well. She was the first person that I told, and we were both like, oh, should we swap like manuscripts and like give each other advice and stuff? And we were like, yeah, okay. And then like 5 months later, we were both publishing our first book. So it was really cool.
That's awesome and special to do like at the same
Yeah,
time.
it was nice. We've literally been in it to like get together since the beginning. We have a co-write out as well. But yeah, it was the pandemic. I had nothing to do.
That's awesome. Okay, so you are going to be featured in our group.
Yeah.
Next
Very
month,
excited. Yeah,
right?
next month.
Do I have it right?
Yeah.
Next month.
You asking me? Well, yes, April.
There's just a lot. Yeah, right.
I
Okay.
keep doing what it is. It's because I keep going in my head. I was like, it's April. And when you said next month, I was like, next month. But it is. It's March. It's going to be April. The year's flying.
Yes. Okay. So as a part of being featured, right? We are featuring you in the newsletter.
Yeah.
So there's a little section that she's going to answer some questions on.
Cool.
And then we are also doing a giveaway.
Yes.
And
I've got plenty of goodies.
And so tell us what you're giving away to the group.
I'm giving away, I forgot, I think it was 5 copies. I'm doing all signed copies, so I'm going to do 5 copies of the book Secret to 5 different people, and then I'm going to do a signed copy of each of the first book in the series that I've got, and then we're going to give away an Amazon gift card as well for someone who wants to buy some of their own goodies.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm very excited. It'll be fun.
Anything else you want to tell your fans before we
go and read the book Secret and play a game of Truth or Dare?
It's really good. Yeah, and again, like I've selected authors that I've read their books.
Yeah.
That was really important to me for these interviews.
When you messaged me,
So I really love this book. I've heard an emoji review for it, so that's my, emoji praise. Yeah. So I do love it.
Well, thank you.
Oh, no problem. Well, I'll let you get back to doing all your signing. And we're probably going to stroll around as long as we're making sure everything's working. Yeah.
We'll check when you're done here.
Okay. It might just be the internet.
Yeah.
Well, we're still live. It's just what groups we're still live in. We have to double check after this interview.
Okay. Also, did we talk about doing a live stream?
You did message me about it, yeah.
I can't remember. Okay. So we'll do that too, during that month. The month that she's featured, we'll do it. It'll be an hour.
Yeah, that's nice.
And we'll have one of the mods on it with me that loves the book Secret. And if you have anyone from your side, or just be you and the mods, that's fine. And we'll do, you'll be on your computer, you'll be your notes.
That's when things start getting bad. When I get comfortable in ones like that, that's when the secret starts coming out. And people ask questions, and I'm like, oh yeah, and then I mention something, and I'm like, oh. And straight away my head goes, I wasn't supposed to tell people that. Shouldn't have said that secret.
That's what you tune in.
So yeah, tune in for the secrets then.
All right, so we'll definitely do that, and I'll be announcing in the group if you guys want to tune into that. We'll talk a lot more in that hour.
Yeah.
So it'll be a nice girl chat.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for coming and being on my show.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Oh, let me get the. So, Dale, if you'll give a mic, and then we're gonna keep moving. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
You get the mic.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I'm coming. Okay. Yep.
There we go.
All right.
I knew I was stuck.
Okay. Awesome.
Right?
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This was awesome. Very nice for you to take the time out of signing. Okay. All right. So, Dale, if you can put that back in the charge case. Guys, there's so much stuff going on.
We have to double check the lives where it is because I think it popped out. May have been you. Okay.
It's probably fine as long as you're seeing that I'm on them.
I'm seeing it fine here. So
I had to run because Steph I was on the phone because Steph thought her thing was at 11:30, so she was sending everywhere. But I was like, no, it's 12, so I had to find it on the phone, and that's why I was like, trying to find. I was like, it's definitely 12.
At noon, yeah.
Yeah, so
Everything's top of the hour.
yeah. So I was like,
She's in everywhere.
Okay.
So we good?
we good.
Okay, all right.
We're coming at 12.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Can I run for half an hour and come back?
Yes.
Right.
So
I'll be back.
this is the machinations behind the scenes. So you all are getting an in-depth look.
We're going to go ahead and let me take the camera. I'm going to walk around with the
Yep.
camera.
This is where we're not going to show you.
So you see my pretty face now, but now I'm going to turn around and walk around and see
Yep.
people.
Here we go.
And no, you're baby.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, because Holly's got to run. Thank you. All right, guys. Okay, so I'm walking you around for anyone who wants to see. So, Sandy, where do I go to? This is our table, by the way. Romantasy. That's Sandy, our cameraman. So where do we go to see the red ribbon? By the way, this is very informal, y'all. You're just seeing all the behind the scenes.
The red ribbons are on the left
The red ribbons?
right here.
Okay.
30, 33, 30, and 16. 16, 30, and 30 are three tables. It's right here.
Okay, I'll look for it. All right. Okay. Can you have Dale come get me 10 minutes before 10? 5 minutes. Yeah, come find me. Okay. All right, you guys. Hi. All right, so this is Donna Grant. I think I'm still plugged up. This is Donna Grant. Let's see. Yep. She was on the panel last night. That's our dragon books. Hi. This is a fan. Hi there. How are you guys doing? All right, let's see. We have Stephanie Hurst, Sexy Twisted Romance. This is live streaming. I'm assuming that's okay. And this is you, Stephanie Hurst. Do you want to talk about your books at all?
Yeah.
Let me come over. I have to actually come this way so you can be on my microphone.
Okay. I've got a white shoes, serial and a live MC with 3 dark twists, like Greek mythology undertones. I always say it's like Gotham meets Greek mythology.
Right. Yes. Okay.
So that's the main one at the moment, and then I've also got this duet, which is actually
All right.
limited at the moment. This has been taken off, so once it's gone, it's gone. There's
Right.
no more left, and this is fully identical twin bullies, and one girl again. So yeah, I like moving all different kinds of forms.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you do me a favor since I have it in your hand? Can you unclip this for me?
Yes.
And then what I'm gonna do is that way I can hold it up to people so that way we can get sound and I can see when I'm filming. Sorry, you're my guinea pig.
There we go.
There you go. Oh, thank you. Okay, there we go. And that way I can do that and then have you on there. Okay, awesome. Thank you. So, so we're just checking it out. This looks good. Are you excited?
Yeah, very excited. And if anybody comes to my stall as well, get a free bit of artwork. So
that's awesome.
So yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, loving it.
Are you going to the ball tonight?
Oh yeah.
Yes, awesome.
Get the big dress on and have a party and dance with everybody.
It'll be great. It'll be great. All right. Well, thanks for talking. Will do. Hi. Do you mind being on camera?
No, fine, yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm going to put this microphone between us like this so that it can pick you up.
Okay.
So tell us about yourself.
I'm Wright. I live in Leeds. I've been writing since 2015. I write multi-genre and I tend to stick with the MC romance. I have a full-time job, so it's a bit of a juggling act sometimes. Enjoy what I do.
Aww.
Something for retirement as well.
That's awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Are you having a good time?
I am, yes. They're always such fun at the signings, you know.
They're a good time.
Readers and other authors, it's a fantastic time.
Yeah, they're really, really good. I'm gonna do a little scan of here to show all yourself. Look at your beautiful booth. This is awesome. Oh, look at this. Are these stickers? That's cool. That's so cool. Everyone loves stickers.
Yeah, people love stickers. Yeah,
they do love stickers.
Yeah.
That's
I always
awesome.
have a box full of them for people to take.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, I am going to keep moving. Thank you for saying hi. All right. Okay. Just walking through. Hi. Nope. Do you want it? Are you okay? Yeah. Okay. Just want to make sure. Hi. How are you doing? I remember you from last year.
In the Ballgowns.
I'm going to have to do this because, so we can hear you.
Hi.
Hi. Why don't you tell us about your books and your name?
I'm author of 5 books and I write in Amigaverse romance.
Yep, and I'm his backup and show. There's Violet Fox, and this is all of her, wow, really pretty book covers here. This is awesome. Really good. Are you excited for FFB? Are you excited to be here today? Yeah. Yeah, are you going to go to the ball tonight?
Yeah, I'll be wearing a long green gown with flowers and pointy ears.
You were very pretty last year. I remember you last year.
Cinderella gown.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. So what book do you recommend someone trying first?
Firstly, Spare and Save.
This one here?
Yeah.
Okay, so she recommends trying this one first for an Amigaverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Well, it's really good seeing you.
You too.
I'll see you in a bit. All right, you guys. Let's see. We've got Mary Atherton. And that is a dragon. That is a dragon. And there she is signing. Let me make sure. I'm not supposed to have everybody on camera. We have little red ribbons to let me know. So I just have to be careful. Okay, so this is obviously fantasy romance. And she's busy signing, so I'll have to come back. They're busy, busy, busy. Okay. Oh, we have Sloan Murphy and Lily Wildheart. She's now Lily Wildheart. This is her here. There she is. These are all her books. We've got Stephanie Hudson I'm actually interviewing in 20 minutes. So I'm just going to make around and show you guys all of this. Sandy has been filming for me, but that's Crystal North. Crystal North. So she did this one right here. I've read this one. It's really good. Highly recommend that. It's a dark contemporary romance. It's a bully romance. It's fantastic. And then she's also got one that's really, I don't see it on her table, but it's Pretty as Psycho. and it is it's every trigger you can think of. It's in that book. Okay, let's start. Hi. Oh wait, no. Hi. I thought you said no. Hey. Okay. Yeah, I thought you said no. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I looked up and saw you. I'm like, we talked. All right. So we've got Emma Luna.
Hi. Hi everyone.
Tell us about what you write.
So I write dark contemporary romance. So yeah, I write dark contemporary romance. So well known for mafia, anything twisted. Yeah, that's me.
That's awesome. Okay. So what do you recommend trying first? Because you've got a lot of books here.
Yeah. So first book in the series is Black Wedding. So this is slightly different twist on mafia because the girl's the mafia leader in this one. So each book in the series is about a different sibling. So yeah, the Black Wedding's the first one. But if you're going for super dark, then my darkest book is Under the Cover of Darkness.
So she says super dark, Under the Cover of Darkness. Okay. All right. Awesome.
So yeah, Under the Cover of Darkness, it's a twisted Slender Man urban legend retelling. With a bit of a rock star vibe as
That's
well.
awesome.
Yeah.
This is a really nice setup. I mean, you've done. Oh my goodness, what is in his eye? What is that?
Oh, she told me to put it somewhere, so I did.
What? Oh my goodness gracious!
I'm going to say what that looks like.
I didn't want to put it in mine. That would have been
It's
sweet.
just a worm, isn't it? It's just a worm. That's it. Just a worm. There's nothing. There's no. Yeah. Okay then. All right. It's so funny. That's so funny.
And yeah, this is for you to give away.
Say again. This one.
So this you're going to be able to give away after the event.
Yes, she's going to do a giveaway in the group, you guys. So she's going to sign it and give it away to the group.
It's all signed and it's going to be available to win.
Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Seriously. This is so pretty, you guys. What a gorgeous setup. I love it. I love it. All right. Well, we'll see you in a bit. Bye. Okay, I'm going to Crystal North. Crystal North. Crystal North. Crystal North. I'm Rebecca. Hi. Hey. Do you mind if I have you on camera? I'm sure you don't mind, right? I was just talking about the fact that I love this book, the Fuck You book, and then I don't see Prettiest Psycho on the table. There it is. So it's like, oh, so sorry. So I was talking about this book because it's got every trigger.
I'll show.
Yes. So like, look at the trigger. It's got shadow, look at all the triggers, you guys. That is crazy. So what inspired you to write such a trigger-worthy book?
I just have darkness in my heart.
You just have darkness in your heart?
I just love it. It was the book that I always wanted to write. So I started off quite tame, and I've slowly worked my way up to where I actually want to be, and I just love it.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love being able to throw the rule book out the window and just write characters completely off the wall, crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
So here's my thing.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I tell you what, that one, it definitely, okay, so name some of the triggers in this book.
Somnophilia, breeding king, kidnapping, coercion. I can't remember.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
There's a lot of kinky ones as well.
Yeah, it takes place in an asylum.
Yeah.
And they are, it's one girl and how many guys?
6.
6 guys. And of course, they're all kind of a bit crazy, but not crazy, but crazy.
Yeah, definitely. And they're all certified insane, and they're all mass murderers of some description. But they have reasons.
Yeah.
You know, there's character arc, and there's definitely growth and redemption.
Oh, it's awesome. It really is. Like I said, I've read a bit of Prettiest Psycho, and it's trigger worthy for sure, but great. And then the F you, man, I was really into. I feel bad saying the actual words. I need to bleep it, you know, F you. So, oh wow, I just sound like I said that to you. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, all right. Well, thanks for taking a second to talk. I know you've got lots of people coming by to sign, so I'll let you get back to it. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I think I might have to. Yes, sir.
Can I say hello?
Yes, you can say. Can you say hello in here? All right. So this is here. Go ahead.
No, hello. Don't talk about the hand. We don't talk about the hands.
We don't talk about the hand. Absolutely. So you are shooting the events.
Hello, yes, I am. This is my lovely camera.
And you are with who?
I'm with myself. I work for myself. Lovely Steph's asked me to come and photograph. This is my 4th event now, so they still haven't got bored of me yet. So I'm really happy with that. Can I do the promotion as well?
Yeah, absolutely can. Absolutely. That looks great. Yeah.
Nail photography, all sorts of bits and pieces, not just crazy events like this with this crazy lot. But yeah, great day, awesome day.
Awesome.
Everyone's so happy to see each other as well. Yeah, just don't mention the hand.
Oh yeah, don't mention my hand, right? The curling iron one. So you actually got a great picture picture of me last year with the sisters. I've been putting it everywhere.
Photogenic woman, what can I say?
Yeah, it's, oh, you know, I actually have it on my table. You should see it. I probably should have asked you. I didn't even think about it, but it's on,
that's okay.
it's just on a little QR code board.
Yeah, it's nice when people like and share those stuff.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's absolutely
That's
beautiful.
what I'm here for. It's safe, it's like nice, happy event, you know, people smiling and stuff. So,
yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Well, thank you for saying hi. That's
if you
awesome.
didn't come last night, you proper missed out because it was amazing and it was so funny and all the authors were amazing. So if you get the chance to come next year, come and have a look at that, or like the author thing the panel thing, because that was just amazing last night. If you missed it last night, definitely come next year because that was just brilliant. It was lots of fun. So,
yeah, that's okay. Yeah, no, it was so much fun.
It was.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
For sure. So, all right. Well, have fun taking your pictures. I'll have fun doing my live streaming.
Bye, internet.
Bye. All right. So I'm going to see what our time is because Steph hasn't come. Okay, we got time. All right. So I will go. Let's see here. Off this aisle here. All right. Hi. Hi. Do you mind being on live stream?
Don't at all.
All right. Hi. Tell us who you are.
I am Drea Wills.
All right. And what do you write?
I write paranormal romance.
Yes.
And fantasy.
Yeah.
I also write under second name, D Sparks. So
Okay.
I write contemporary dark romance with that one under that name.
Awesome. So I'm going to show some of your books here. So what book would you recommend readers trying first? You've got a lot of books.
Well, it depends on your spice level.
It
depends on the spice
All right,
level.
let me come back up here. Okay, so what do you recommend then for the spice?
For the spice.
For the super spice.
For the super spice, everything on this table from this series down.
All right, super spice.
So this is Dark Academy Romance.
Right here, Dark Academy Romance.
Yes.
Yep.
This is Omegaverse.
Oh, we got some Omegaverse.
All the good spice.
Omegaverse has lots of spice.
Yes, and this is Why Choose Contemporary. This is Menage. This is Dark.
Right.
Lots of triggers. It's spicy. It's good stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
Woof. Okay.
Yeah.
So where's the lighter spice then, in case
The lighter spice would probably be my first series I ever wrote.
Okay.
And that's Witches, Demons, Angels. It has a very slow burn degree of spice.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's awesome. Are you having a good time? Your table's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I mean, look at all of this. It's so pretty.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, isn't it? It's fun, but it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of prep. I know what you mean. I have my own booth, and it's just been like,
oh my gosh, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot. Yeah. You do very good at projecting. You're awesome.
Thank you. I have a theater degree. That's why.
Oh, me too. I was a musical theater major.
Yeah, I worked in theater for 20 plus years. I worked backstage.
Oh,
I
wow.
worked in wardrobe. I was a production manager, stage manager, you name it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah. Projection is
so
my
we
thing.
we got that in common then.
Yeah, I'm used to talking to a lot of people.
Yeah, well, you did great. Well, this is awesome. Well, thank you for taking a second to talk to us. Have fun. I'll see you. Are you going tonight?
No, I won't be. I gotta get home.
Oh, girl, I get it.
After a day like this, it's time to go. It'll be time to go home.
Well, so I just realized you don't have an English accent.
No, I'm from America.
You are from America. I'm also from, where are you from?
I'm from Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. Yeah, we love it. I'm in Florida. Yeah, I'm near the Space Center, Katy Space Center.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's cool. It's nice to see another American.
I know.
There's a lot of Brits here.
Nice to hear some accents that I know.
Yes, I know. I understand, right?
Yeah.
It's like, what? Say that again? Like when we talk to the British people, right? It's like, what was that? Let's hear that again. You know, so.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Take care. I'll see you around. Bye. All right. All right, this is Rachel DeLune and Charlotte Hart. Charlotte E. Hart. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. So we've got Stephanie Hudson coming up in, let me get down to Lily while she is available. We have Stephanie Hudson coming up in 10 minutes. 10 minutes for Stephanie Hudson, you guys. Oh, she still has a big line. She's very popular. So that is Sloane Murphy that did the Shadow Walker saga, and also now Lily Wildheart is her pin that she's been writing under. Oh, she's actually, I didn't realize this. Okay, I have to stop saying Sloane Murphy then. She has Lily Wildheart on her Shadow Walker books. I did not realize that. Well, I'm sorry, Lily, when you listen to this later. I'm not perfect. Okay, all right, moving on. Let's see here. That's Hannah Haze. Are we ready? Okay, all right. We're gonna be talking to you later. Hi, nice to meet you. I can't like it. All right, we'll just do the virtual hugs.
You'll take a virtual.
Yeah, we're just doing virtual hugs right now. We'll do a proper hug later when I see you. Okay, Fractured Fates, you guys. I am a diehard fan of Fractured Fates, Twisted Fates. This is so exciting. Like, it's so exciting. And then Pack Rivals. So I'm going to be meeting with Hannah later today. I'm trying to think, is it 2 p.m.? 2 p.m. 2 p.m. We're going to do a live interview at the booth. Your table looks great. Are you having a good time?
Yeah, it's my daughter made these. It's cute.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I know, she's adorable.
Oh, that's gorgeous. And you've got your QR code. Very good. Smart girl. Oh, I love it. I love Fractured Fates. I always say, you're going to get tired of me saying this, if you're a big Black and Blade fan by Isla Devon, read Fractured Fates. It is up your alley. It's your jam. So, okay, well, we'll see you a little bit later.
Yeah, see you later.
All right, nice to meet you officially.
Yeah,
all right.
nice to meet you.
For real, yeah. Okay, all right, and this is her banner. It's so good. Oh my God, you guys, major fangirling right now. I love Fractured Fates. I love it, I love it, I love it. I did emoji reviews on it. I love it. Okay, all right, so let's move. We're gonna go this way. Oh my gosh, there's just so many people here. I'm gonna head back to my table, I think. And we've got Stephanie Hudson. Oh, there's Gemma Weir. Okay, we're going Gemma Weir. We actually interviewed her later on today at the booth as well. She's got a line. So we're just gonna do the side here. So Gemma Weir there. Because we'll get to talk to her later. But there she is in action suit. Look at this, is her cue. So, there she is. Oh, you get the smell. Oh, he's sending kisses and winks. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. So, and she's obviously, like, I always tote her Obsession series. Can you see over there on the table? I don't want to cut this line. I don't want them to feel like I'm cutting them. But I'm in love with her Obsession series. It's so good. And her third book just came out. Mountain Man, she's actually really, really famous for the Mountain Man series too as well. But I love Obsession. Very dark, very triggery. It's not for everyone. Dubious consent. And then Heather G. Harris, she actually has a really big best-selling UF series. And I actually started it the other day. Hi! Sorry, I'm talking about you. I'm so sorry. Hi, this is Heather Harris. I was just talking about the fact that you have a best-selling UF series that I just started the other day. Yay! I did just start it. So far, I really like it.
Oh, thank you. Well, later, I've got a couple of free books for you later.
Oh, you do?
Because I've got my new Witch series is going like gangbusters. So I bought the prequel story to give away to people so it can go even books on the walls.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. I actually was really excited to meet you since, like I said, I just started it. Oh, so I burnt it. Oh yeah, I'm holding the mic this way. Yeah.
Also, your nails are so pretty. So it's
oh,
fine.
my nails are gorgeous. I was just like, I told them I wanted a French hair. You can see my nails. I wanted a French manicure that sparkled for a fairy ball, and that's what they did.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty, right?
I've got red sparkles.
Oh yeah, it's pretty. So are you going to the ball tomorrow night?
Yeah,
or tonight?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I said, yes, I am. Yes, I am. I've got a very sequency dress, so it's gonna be very bling bling.
I've got bling bling trainers underneath my ball gown.
Oh.
And I've got a bling bling bag.
Oh, that's awesome. We'll have so much fun.
Yeah.
You mind if I get up there and look at your table and show all the books? All right. Okay. So this is the one that I just started. This series right here. It's a urban fantasy. If you guys, sorry, I'm like pointing with the microphone. So this is the series I just started. It's an urban fantasy. It's very. So far, it's hooked me in the beginning. I've actually really enjoyed it. So if you don't know, in urban fantasy, it typically has romance as the second plot line. The main plot line is some action adventure type story in the fantasy world. It's modern. It takes place in our modern time. And so yeah, it's just famous urban fantasies are Kate Daniels, Mercy Thompson, Patricia Briggs, all of those. They're big ones. But this one has done very well on Amazon.
Yes, this
very
one's
well.
I've been writing for like 3 years, and this one has been my bestseller. Oh, so good! I'll show you this one. It's been translated by Penguin
other languages. So I've got this one's my German edition, and it's like got the
Beautiful
screen edges.
You must be so excited
Yeah,
about
so
it.
I've got translating deals for these ones in German, French, and Polish so far.
Oh.
So I'm gonna take over the world with my glimmer books.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
So, what you want to talk a little bit about the book and say what it's about?
Oh, sure. So this one is about Jinx. She's my main character, and she is a kind of hardened PI. She was orphaned when she was 18, and they never found out who killed her parents. So the kind of overarching story arc across the series is trying to find out who killed the parents. And this book starts out with her discovering that magic is real, and she finds out about the magic realm. And my stories have all the stuff. I've got vampires, I've got werewolves, I've got gargoyles, I've got witches, wizards. I like to have a full cast of amazing magical things, so each book we can focus more and find more about different creatures and beings. And each book obviously has a self-contained mystery, and then there's the on-running story of the parents' deaths. And then this story as well is a billionaire romance, fated mates situation.
Oh, I didn't even know that, because I have a habit of opening books without reading blurbs.
Yeah.
So I could be surprised.
You can be surprised.
Yeah.
Well, I like to do a little bit of different things. So this series has got fated mates. My werewolf series has got kind of friends to lovers, like a loyal beta slow burn romance. My witchy series has got an enemies to lovers, which that's the one that's going like at the moment because everyone's looking there.
Oh, we love enemies to lovers. Which one is that?
This is sorry, just saw
Oh yeah, no.
Hex of the Witch, this series here.
Okay, enemies to lovers. I need to
Enemies to lovers.
put that on my TBR. I love enemies to lovers.
Yeah, well you can come back later if you want to get this one for free.
Ooh, she's giving it to me for free. Oh my gosh. I feel so that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming to talk to me.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I definitely wanted to make sure that I came to your booth. Like I said, I just started reading this. I really enjoyed it so far. And there's also like a bit of a mystery about what's happened with the disappearance of a girl.
Yeah. So the main kind of driving mystery in that one is a missing university student. So that she's a PI, so she's hired by the family to find out where she's gone.
Yeah.
Where she's gone, but she's gone somewhere.
No, that's good. No, that's awesome. This is awesome. Well, thank you for taking a second. I know you have a line of people to sign, so thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's nice to meet you.
Love
That's
to
so
meet
sweet of you to do
I'll
that.
see you later.
Seriously. Yes, we'll see. We'll have a drink. All right. See ya. All right. So I'm gonna head back to my booth because Stephanie is gonna be there in 3 minutes. Stephanie Hudson is gonna be in the group for her interview in 3 minutes. So I've got to get ready. So they've got a bar. Oh my gosh, I feel so British. They've got a bar here. Because we're in England. We're in Manchester, England. So this is actually quite nice. You can come get drinks throughout the day. I have a coffee and cream. All right, so look. Here she is. She's walked up. Oh, they're miking her. They're miking Stephanie Hudson. She doesn't know we're filming her. They're miking her. Could you do me a favor? This is Annie. Hello. Can you do me a favor and on the Word document, scroll up to Stephanie's questions?
Your password.
So I can be ready? Oh, I'm not going to say my password online, so I need to put that. Well, I trust you with my password. I'm just not going to put it public because that was. So we're flipping around. So we won't show. We'll show. There's Amber Caroline's daughter. All right, we got it. So can you get to? Oh, hi. Okay, all right. So I need to get mic'd up again. Could you help me with my mic? Oh, you're talking about Stephanie. Okay. Oh, well. This is part of the whole process. So I have this. This is really cool. This is a little mic that has it's got a little that's on my back, and then it's got the transformer that sticks into the iPhone. So it's just really cool. You know, really cool. I'm gonna have a few of these. Dale, can you do me a quick favor? Can you pull my cable? Pull her cable back. We're gonna have to get we have this all filmed live. Can you go to behind my shirt and pull the cable into the back of my shirt? I've always been about behind the scenes, so you guys are gonna get to see it behind the scenes. And there's Stephanie. Stephanie, sorry. We're getting mic'd up. Okay, sorry. Okay. So there's your mic over there. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna pop around. And Sandy, hop on around. I'm gonna pop around, and you got the booth. I have. All right. Put the book in the middle. been between you. It goes better.
Okay, perfect. Is my computer an issue?
Is your computer?
Yeah, is my computer an issue?
No, not at all.
Not at all. All right. So,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So what we're going to do? All right. So just to talk to you guys a little bit. So what's been happening if you're just tuning in, because we've been telling people. Actually, we probably should get some posts in the group. Like Holly should post right now with Stephanie Hudson.
Okay, yeah.
Holly, do you think you can post
Here's Holly.
in our big group? Because the group would say right now with Stephanie Hudson. Yeah. Okay, this is Holly, one of our moderators. She also put all these sweet packs and things together. So what we've been doing is we've been walking around and we've been filming in between, and then we have our amazing authors at the top of every hour. And we have Stephanie Hudson. She has quite a long queue, so we got to get moving.
Yes, okay, we're ready.
Yes. Awesome. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh. I don't even think I need questions from your fans because I know so much about your books. But I'm going to have your questions here anyways because that's
Go for it.
Smart.
Fire anything up.
I know you are so good about that. All right. So let's first talk about who you are.
Okay.
Who are you?
Oh, sorry. So I am Stephanie Hudson. I am author of the Afterlife world, I should probably say, because there's so many spin-offs and they're all part of the same world. But yeah, that's I write paranormal romance primarily. And it's been a journey. I've been doing this for a while. Well, I've just published number 50. So yeah, 50 books.
50 books. That is an insane amount of books.
Thank you.
Such a short time, really.
Yeah, I mean, I published my first book 10 years ago. 11 years ago, actually. I should remember that because it was the year my daughter was born. But I've been writing for 13 years. So it took me like 2 years to get the first book published. And, I tried to do it traditionally published and then heard about self-publishing. And I was a waitress at the time, so this completely changed my life. So,
of course, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So a lot of people don't realize that this is actually your event.
Yes,
it's actually quite funny. People walk up to you and say, "Oh, are you going to FFB?"
Yes, they do. They do.
You're very gracious about it.
Thank you. Thank you. I am like, yes, I'm going to be there. I'm the founder of FFB, so I started this, and what it's grown into, it just blows my mind. It really does. To see so many people where they're traveling in and they get excited about it. And I think the difference, where I've done a lot of book signing events and they're great, but we really wanted to do something with a bit of a difference. And, to have a themed ball at the end, because, these events, they just feel like one big party anyway.
You do.
And you just want that space where everybody can come together in the evening and have a special moment where they get in their ball gowns or they get a fancy dress, and I just love it. It's just magical. It really is. I think that's the way.
Yeah, and it's nice. I think we've talked about this before. It's like, as women, right? We have these fancy formulas we go to it as we're growing up. Right?
Yes.
We've
Yes.
got prom. We've got things like that, especially in the States. We're big about all that.
Yes.
But then once you graduate from high school, I know. There's not much out there.
I
You
know.
don't have really an excuse to put a ball gown on. It's not like you can say to your husband, I'm going to go put on a ball gown and let's go to the Outback.
Exactly.
Steakhouse."
Yes,
You know what I mean?
I
It just
know.
doesn't work.
I think that's it. I think, especially when you're writing like paranormal or fantasy or anything like that, to then you read about these, events that they go to in their own books, all these fantastic dresses that they wear, and you want to be involved in that. You want to be a part of that. And I think it just is a great way for people to express how they feel about the books that they're reading.
Yeah, So everyone can fangirl. And
Everybody can fangirl.
That's not just a plug. It is
I
legit.
love it.
I know.
I love it.
And speaking of that, so I just want to say a big thank you. I feel like I've said this a lot, but I'm just going to keep saying it. Probably forever and ever and ever. So I created this book group that now has 45,000 people in it.
That's amazing.
Insane.
I'm so pleased.
Like just surreal, right? It was really just supposed to be for 15 of my friends, and I decided I wanted to open up and make it the group that I wanted, right?
Yeah.
And so I reached out to Stephanie. She was one of the very first authors. Actually, I reached out to several, and I had several tell me no. And you were one of the ones that just immediately said, "Yeah, you can talk about your group, tell about your group but my group, I'll support you. And she did. And so, and I, like, overnight, I got like 200 members. So I went from 15 to like 200 members, and it was like, oh my gosh, my group is massive.
It was really,
so
yeah, but it was really nice to be involved in it from the start. Like just that little bit, and then it was so exciting to see. And when you were like sending messages going, we've got this much, and I was checking the numbers every day, and I was like so pleased.
It was just booming and booming. It just took that one author to support me, which was you. Right? And it just really blew up.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm so pleased, and it's such a nice group. You know, you come across like other readers groups, and you know, sometimes there's not as much interaction and everything, but it's just such a friendly place. It's like a safe space, isn't it? For real book lovers. And it's like you are always so like honest. You know, your reviews are really honest, and you believe in what you're pushing. You know what I mean? And I love that integrity.
Stay true
about
to
you.
yourself. That's always been my motto.
Yeah, exactly.
Yourself, you know.
I love it.
You love and just be genuine.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there you go. And then it just everything great happens from that.
I love it.
And then you had me do the filming last year. Well, I think I don't know how it happened, but I did the informal live streaming.
Yeah, you did.
And then we decided to make it bigger, and then
yes.
here we are.
I know.
Okay, let's talk about your books. So, Afterlife, first book.
Yes, first book I ever wrote,
and it's quite big.
It is quite big. It's like it's about over 250,000 words. I don't.
250,000 words.
Well, I know book 2, book 3, and book 4 are like over 300,000 words. So I don't know why I decided to write bricks, but it just kind of happened that way. I was really naive when I first came into this, and I thought, if I write a really big book, I'm going to get taken more seriously. And yeah, it was just weird, my mindset at that point. But it was a good thing, I think. You know, I think people really, you know, immerse themselves into the story. And because the saga is 12 books.
It's so big.
And it's
fantastic.
And
it does twists and turns. There's all these amazing characters. I always say to people, I'm like, no matter what, get to book 3. Because that was when Pip is introduced, Lucius,
it's
like, and then 4 is Jared and Sigurd, and it's just like,
I know. I just keep throwing like hot guys at people.
She throws like all these alpha males, and they're just scrumptious. And then there's the spin-offs for the alpha males.
Yes, there is.
It's really become big series in their own right.
Yeah, exactly. I think the good thing, the thing that I like to do is to keep that continuity, and I love being able to tie all of these, you know, storylines together, so it does feel like a whole world that you're fully immersing yourself in. So all of those old characters that were in earlier books, they all play an integral part in everybody's story, and I like to keep that. So
So how did you get the idea?
It sounds really corny, but I had a dream, a really nice dream. And I think it was, you know, I'm dyslexic as well, and I've always wanted to be kind of a writer since I started reading books at an early age. And I think for me, I didn't get the encouragement that I probably should in school because of my dyslexia and bad spelling and everything, but my imagination has always been there, you know? And for me, it was only later on in life, and I did it all in secret because I was so worried, you know, about it. I was so worried about what people would think, and knowing I'm dyslexic and everything, it was a big stigma for me. But I just kind of got a bee in my bonnet. You know, I had these series of dreams, and I was just like, okay, this is my story. And it just grew and grew and grew. It didn't stop growing. I mean, I've never believed, still 50 books on, and I'd still be writing in the afterlife world.
It's amazing.
But I just love it. And it changed my life. You know, I was a waitress, you know, doing 12-hour days, and you know, the total underdog story. I couldn't get it traditionally published because I had nothing to offer but a book that they wouldn't read.
Right.
You know, so it was hard because to not let it keep you down. So I wrote book 2, still, you know, trying to get it traditionally published. And then obviously I got, you know, said, why don't you self-publish? And then that was pretty much the end of the story. But I was pregnant at the time with my first child, and I went on maternity leave and I self-published my book. And by the time my maternity leave ended, I didn't have to go back to work because I was making more and I could afford to be a stay-at-home mum and write at the same time. So
Which is the dream.
it is the dream. Yeah, it's totally
So
my dream.
with all of your sagas series are so complicated. Like you've got Afterlife, you've got Transfusion,
Yes.
you've got all these. There's a lot of moving parts. We've got crossovers now.
Oh yeah, huge crossovers. Yeah.
How do you keep all the moving parts straight? How do you not write inconsistencies in books that contradict something earlier on?
I think, I think it's one of those things that just comes naturally to me. Yes, I do forget things, and I always have to remind myself of those certain things. But I was really bad at kind of doing notes and things like that. I'm more of I just sit there and I write. So for me, I then got to a point where I was like, yeah, I need some sort of Afterlife Bible or something, because when we finally broke it down, and a wonderful girl who works for me basically read everything and documented everything. And out of 50 books, you're talking about 430 characters.
It's insane.
Then obviously that's not main characters, but that's 430 characters that I've mentioned in my book. So yeah, you get to a certain point where you're just like, I have to have some sort of Bible where I can just kind of go and, just double check things. And it's that things like eye color, and oh my gosh, what did that person say in this, and what was that linked to? And so yeah,
it's unbelievable.
It is a mind.
You write so fast.
Thank you.
You really do. You really push out books so fast.
Yeah. I when you're fully immersed in it, the stop-start is really, really difficult, especially when you've got kids. But you just have to learn how to adapt with it because, and not get too distracted, And I always find, the last 50% of the book will take me no time at all. The start always takes me the longest. Unless it's a new book, I always find that the first books are just so easy. But because you have to be meticulous about keeping the continuity and everything, there is a lot more brain power used, I should say, in that process. But yeah, I just love it. I just,
So do you I actually never asked you this. Do you love every book equally? Or do you have favorites? And if you do, what is your favorite?
I do have favorites. It's weird, really, because it's been such a long period of time. I've gone, my 3 children. I've, gone for a divorce. I've met the man of my dreams and married him. So it's weird because each book means a time for me. I remember when I was writing book 4, my first marriage was ending, so it was all very heartbreaking, and that you cannot help but allow your real life and your real emotions to roll over into your storylines. And for me, writing is a bit like therapy, so I pour my heart out into these books when I may struggle in everyday life to do that verbally, so it's weird, really, because certain books just pinpoint that moment in my life with certain crossroads. I would say probably one of my favorite books. I can't say a favorite book because that's really hard to do.
Yeah, it's like choosing.
But I think the one that I've written the quickest and had the most fun was Wrath's Siren.
I was wondering if it was the Siren.
Yeah, because the Siren books are great for me because they're only the 2 books, even though it is a series. It's it'll be a 22 book series eventually. But because I write, it's 2 books based on 2 characters. Because usually my sagas, and it's a difficult thing to do, to write about 2 characters and have that span over 12 books.
That's huge.
It's a very difficult thing to do.
And to keep it interesting.
Yes, exactly. So, but the Siren books give me a little bit more quicker freedom to get their story in there. But with Wrath's Siren, I remember I had a dream of Mambo Number 5, the song, and it was an interrogation scene, and he wanted to know her name, and she decided to just sing Mambo number 5 because, and kept on giving him all of these random names, and he was getting more frustrated. But it was such a funny dream.
It is funny, yeah.
And I knew that that had to be in a book. So, and that only, those 2 books only took me 10 days to write, back to back.
That's insane.
So yeah, I was really pleased with that one. It just flew. It was like,
and I think that's the one that's my favorite, right?
Yeah.
All of them, right? Because
Yeah.
I like the whole story within a story, right?
Yes,
the whole,
yes,
like,
yeah.
you know, afterlife, she's writing it.
Yeah.
It's very nostalgic to people who love afterlife.
I think so.
That's definitely one you want to read. If you're an Afterlife fan, you really want to read that set for sure.
Yeah, I think the thing is, for me as well, is a personal level, because she is an author. So obviously her dreams and something that she's written into books are actually true. So when she steps in the elevator and she sees the hero,
it's unbelievable.
You know, and she's
so
like,
hooked. I was so hooked in that.
Thank
I
you.
was just like page turning.
Thank you very much.
It was fantastic.
No, it was fun. It was fun to write.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I want to ask you a question from last night because it was so funny. The 3 things for your pick your character for the 3 things in the book.
Yes.
So the first is, who would you shag?
Who would I shag? So I would shag Jared.
Yes. And is there any reason why other than he's just hot?
He reminds me of my husband.
Oh, that's so cool. That's actually really sweet.
I'll never be able to read the books to him.
I'm so sorry. I know everybody's like, what? But yeah, I think because my husband is a biker, and you know, there's a lot of elements of Blake in there, and I think, you know, the same sense of humor and stuff. I won't go into the stuff in the bedroom, which is similar, but yeah, I would definitely shag Jared because he reminds me so much of Blake. So yeah.
And who would you marry?
Not Draven. No, I feel bad. I've done this totally the wrong way round. But, yeah, I know. But I think for me, Draven, because he's my first hero. You know, he was the one that I first obsessed over, and I think my heart will always be in that. You know, I mean, if I could shag him as well, that would be awesome. We could throw Lucius in there as well. I'm getting off topic. I know, why choose? Yeah, I'll just have a
Actually, did you ever write for Why Choose? Have you ever thought about it?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I have.
I think you'd be quite good at it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do.
You reckon?
Yeah.
So, yeah. There's quite a few genres I'd love to go into.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely, I would like to read.
I think some of us, when we got into book 4 of Afterlife, I think some of us were like,
is it gonna happen?
Jared, Sigurd, Draven.
I know.
It's gonna all go on.
I know. I'm so tempted. So tempted.
Okay, so the next question, the last one is, who would you kill?
Oh, probably Layla. Yes, I know. It was so funny, the reaction last night when I got asked that question and I said it in the panel last night, and everybody just went, yeah, like, you know, it was so, yeah, it was brilliant.
And then you had someone ask a question that her name was Layla.
Yes, yeah, I know.
The first thing she said is, "Don't kill me."
I know. Yeah, no, I had so much fun. It was good.
And you've got it posted in all the groups, so
yes,
people can go back and watch the other if you want to.
And I would definitely recommend that because it was really, really good.
Okay, so I want to ask you, I know we got to get you back to your line. I want to ask you a couple questions. She has such a line of people that want her signature.
I'm very blessed. I'm very, very blessed.
I mean, that's one of the things that you love the most is all your fans. You're so into your fans.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, I mean, for me, you know, at the end of the day, I'll never forget where I came from, you know, and
that's why we love you.
Thank you. And for me, my fans are what keep me living my dreams every day. I owe everything to my fans, and it's like I always say, you can write the best book in the world, but unless you've got people who want to read it, it's nothing. It's collecting dust. And, you know, so for me, you know, every fan is important. Everybody who reads my book is important to me. And I love the opportunity to be able to meet them and thank them and spend time with them and get to know them. So yeah, for me it's just everything. So
and I've actually spent some time, more time than I ever thought that I would.
I know
with Stephanie. I've been staying in the same
Airbnb.
We have, yeah.
We've got to
We've
know
been
each other
roomies.
quite well.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I can say that she is one of the most kind and caring and considerate people I know. No, you
So
are.
sweet.
And she's the kind of person that rolls up her sleeves, gets her hands dirty, and gets right in.
Oh,
She
thank
just
you.
wants to help. She wants to help set up everything. She was in there crazy gluing, hot gluing her centerpieces. She's so crafty.
Thank you.
You've hand done your dress.
Yeah.
Which is going to be, you got to tune in tonight because this dress is unbelievable.
Oh, thank you.
No, I'm so think I got to see it first. But she's the kind of person that she's like, I showed her my dress and she got ideas for what to put in my hair. So she went and she took the butterfly off of one of her things for her arrangements and she went and hot glued it. And so that way I can have a butterfly in my hand tonight.
You're really sweet.
She's been wrapping my hand for 2 days. I mean, like, literally, I can't say. I'm not trying to, like, embarrass you.
No, I am going to.
I don't think people know this about you. I really don't think that they do. And I think, like how involved you are. And then also, whenever you have a book signing, you go out with your fans. You go out, and you don't see all authors do that.
No.
You go out, you're like, okay, we're going to go out for drinks, and you invite everybody.
Yeah.
Come on. And you sit there and you spend time talking to every single person.
Yeah, I mean, I love people. I've always loved people, and you know, I will talk the ears off a donkey. You know, I absolutely love it. But you know, for me, being able to talk with my fans it's like being an author is quite a solitary thing. You know, you're in your own head. You've got your own story, and you're writing it out there. But when you meet fans, it feels like people are inside your brain. You know, it's like you've invited people into your little world, and you can get excited with them. And you know, it's just I like I said, you know, when I do these book signings, I don't just want to sit there and sign books and that's it. I want to chat to people. And sometimes you have like a time constraint, so you can't spend the time that you want to. But for me, it comes later. So like tonight, you know, I can walk around and chat with my fans and dance with them and drink with them. And that's the same thing when I do the smaller signings. That's why I always arrange somewhere for us all to be. And it's beautiful because I get to see these people again.
I know, and you become friends with them.
Yeah, I do.
You have these lifelong relationships.
Yeah, I do.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, you know, and
it's incredible.
It's fantastic. So
it's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so let me ask you because I got to get you back to your line.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get. I can't get my. It's my hand. Okay, there we go.
Oh,
All
bless
right.
you.
I know.
Okay.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so I haven't highlighted, so I want to ask. Okay, are you going back to the States for another book signing?
Yes. So we are planning a bigger book signing next year where we're going to be traveling around. But we do potentially have a signing that's going to be in Florida in August this year. So, but I just need to get the details on, like, to get an actual date before I tell people. But yes, I will definitely be doing book signings in the US.
So Katie, so these are actually from the groups. So you guys had written questions in the groups and we collected them. That was from Katie Freeman. Okay, so now I have one from your group, Steph. Mary Hadfield. Oh, this might be a long answer. Okay, we'll just do it. In what direction do you envision your writing going once you have rounded off the Afterlife series and spin-offs? That's a big one.
That is a big one. I mean, for me, you know, Afterlife, it's a funny beast. You know, I envisioned only doing certain spin-offs, but the more characters you write, the more spin-offs you want to do, just because I've always said that you have like a backstory for all characters that I write, and sometimes those backstories never get heard, and you want them to be heard. So I think I'm probably going to be writing part of the Afterlife world, in all honesty, at least for the next 10 years. But I would like to start alongside that new series, and you know, also like focus on other things, other genres and stuff like that. So yeah, that would be where I envision that going.
Okay. Then this is from Judith Kara. On average, how long does it take from starting to write the story to having it out there on sale because none of your books are short?
If life doesn't get in the way, I can usually write a book comfortably in 2 weeks.
and then have a week to edit. So this is why I can usually bring out one book a month. And once I'm very funny because I only read my book the once. I never used to do that at all. I used to write a chapter, edit that chapter, and then send it off for editing. So I don't ever, my editing process, I have an editor, but she only touches the grammar. But nothing of the story ever gets changed. I don't have anybody change any element of the story. Like, I'm so, like, this is my baby, this is how it should be. But to be fair, I've never had anybody try to change any of the story. And, you know, because, and I don't think they would want to because,
well, they don't, the impact it can have.
Exactly. Yeah. So, which means the editing process is very quick. Which means as soon as that's been edited, that is out. You know, I put that out straight away, just so that, you know, fans aren't waiting, and, you know, I can keep that flow and stuff. Because the hardest thing is when you have a long period of time when you're not writing. It's harder to get back into it, you know. So yeah, I keep current. So that's basically it.
I've got one more question because we need to get you back. So it is Louise Jones. Actually, so did you have any support in school for dyslexia?
None.
A lot of people don't realize that you're dyslexic.
Yeah. So.
And you've written 50 books.
Yes.
And you're dyslexic.
Yeah. I think for me, I mean, in school, I wasn't helped with my dyslexia. It, you know, obviously, you know, you're talking a while back now. I won't say how long, but you're talking a while back, and that's the thing. You know, I didn't do well in school. You know, so I wasn't very academic. I loved history, but I failed history because I couldn't spell, you know, and I was getting things wrong. So it was frustrating for me, and it was hard for me. Obviously, as I've grown old, and which is why I've probably always been catering businesses. I've always been a waitress, I've always been a barmaid, or, you know, I've worked weddings and things like that. Because I didn't have the confidence to do what I really wanted to do. I didn't think I was good enough. And it was only later on in life that I wrote Afterlife for me. I never ever believed this was going to go anywhere. It was only after, you know, my family had read it and they said, if you don't try and get that out there, it'll be a real crime. You know, because they thought it was, thank you. But, you know, you've also got that thing, it's like, my mum liked it, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. So I tested it out on a few people and they really loved it. And yeah, it gave me the confidence and the push that I needed. But I remember, I'll never forget it, I was there, I was pregnant, overly emotional, and I'd uploaded my first book, and it took me about 3 hours to click submit. And I was pacing around the room, I was trying to talk myself into doing it, I was talking myself out of doing it, I was having this weird, like, kind of breakdown, I was like, and then all of a sudden I just went, and then it just went, and I was like, that's it. There's no going back. There would have been a going back. I could have just deleted it, but I was like, there's no going back, you know? And I think that was, yeah, it changed my life. That one moment of clicking that button just changed my entire life. And when I look now...
In so many ways, because it's not just the books, like here we are.
Yeah, I know. It's bonkers. It's an underdog story.
It is an underdog story.
But I'm not just proud... I'm proud of myself, obviously, because I think anybody who does should always be proud of themselves. But I'm proud of everybody else. I'm proud of everybody who's been with me on this journey, you know, and I never ever forget that. And, you know, some people, my PA, Claire, you know, she was a fan, and I literally... I found out she was going to be in London doing the Quarter Moon tour, you know, where it's mainly based, and I jumped out of the bush and surprised her. And yeah, did you not know that? No. So yeah, 3 of my fans, and I surprised them, and 2 of them work for me today. You know, they were my bridesmaid when I got married to Blake. You know, and I think it's just lovely that she has been on this journey with me ever since the 4th book, and you know, it just means a lot. It means an awful lot to me. Yeah.
Okay, so just to wrap up, is there anything that you want to say? Any new scoop that's going on? Anything you want to tell everybody?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm obviously still writing. I'm going to be writing Hellbeast. I'm going to be writing more Siren books. I am going to be writing the next Vincent book, which I know is, one of the big things. So I will be finishing Vincent's. So basically this year is all about finishing things, you know, Imp and the Beast, Vincent's, and next year will be more about starting new series and stuff like that. So, but pretty much if you like the character, they'll probably be getting their own book at some point. So, and I'm also writing the Afterlife script as well. So I'm working with a script writer to do that. So that is, fingers crossed.
I'm gonna go.
It would be.
But you have to make sure that you have all of the like authority, right, over the way. You don't want to.
No, I could never just sign it. Oh my God, I would be so bad.
More like J.K. Rowling, how she did it. So
yeah.
She hands are Diana Gabaldon, right?
Yes. I think I would have to, because I would rather do that or them not have it at all, you know, so it's a big thing for me, yeah, definitely.
Yes, that's what we want to hear as fans, right?
And I just want to thank everybody, you know, for reading the book and being a fan, and just, you guys are awesome. And being a fan of other people's books as well, because not just my own, you know, I know that there's a lot of authors out there that just, you guys all mean the world to them and to me as well. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for doing this. No, you're welcome. This was super exciting. Thank you. Have fun. That's right. And we're going to get you on mic. Oh, yes. Dale. Or Holly. Could you unmic Stephanie for me? All right. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Oh, she's got her team like saying, you need to get it up. She's got a huge queue of people to sign. This was incredibly generous of her.
Oh, right, okay, that's fine.
Is there an issue? Nope. Oh, just one in public. So it was just really, incredibly generous of her to take the time, right? So I'm like looking at Sandy. Look at the camera. Anyways, so we have to do a battery switch. Actually, what we're going to do is, so here's what's happening now. So we are going to charge all of our devices because we have to keep going. We will be back here at noon. That's 12 p.m. GMT time, which is 6 a.m. East Coast. Is that no 10 a.m. 8 a.m. I can't. I need more coffee. Okay, and we'll be back with Gemma Weir. Okay. Yes. And we'll be talking about Obsession and her new book that just came out, and then we're going to keep on going. Then after that, it's 1 p.m. 1 p.m. is Gemma Weir. I just said 12 p.m.
Yeah, 1 p.m. Sorry.
1 p.m. GMT is Gemma Weir. 2 p.m. is so much, you guys. It's exciting, but it's a lot. A lot of fun. 2 p.m. is Hannah Haze. Thank you. And then 3 p.m. is Jodi.
Yes.
All right. We're good.
Okay.
All right. Bye, guys. Bye, guys.